通りに。Hello guys, Takashi here. 今日は通りについて勉強しましょう。通りに is often translated into English as, in accordance with, following, in the same way, and so on. レシピの通りに親子丼を作った。I made 親子丼 following the recipe. 通り literally means street, road, path. So the core image of 通りに is following the path. In this case, the recipe is the path, and you made 親子丼 following that path. Sentence structure. 通りに is used with verbs and nouns. When it's used with a verb, the verb is usually in the dictionary form or the plain past form, aka the ta form. Please do it the way I do. やります to do. The dictionary form is やる。私がやる通りにやってください。私がやる通りにやってください。If you want to say, please do it the way I did, the plain past form, aka the ta form of やります is やった。So, 私がやった通りにやってください。私がやった通りにやってください。When 通りに is used with a noun, you need to add の。I made 親子丼 following the recipe. レシピ is a noun. So, レシピの通りに親子丼を作りました。レシピの通りに親子丼を作りました。You can also attach a noun directly to 通りに. But in that case, 通り becomes 通り. So you can also say レシピ通りに親子丼を作りました。レシピ通りに親子丼を作りました。通りに is also commonly used with the demonstrative words like この、その、あの。Please do it like this. この通りにやってください。この通りにやってください。There was an instruction manual, so I assembled it following that. 説明書があったので、その通りに組み立てました。説明書があったので、その通りに組み立てました。プレゼンの準備できた？私のアドバイス通りに直した？ Are you ready for the presentation? Did you revise it according to my advice? Yes, I revised it according to that. はい。あの通りに直しました。はい。あの通りに直しました。If you want to review when to use この、その and あの, please watch Lesson 29 Part 4. Drop in the に. It's also okay to drop this に. You can omit this に. So instead of あの通りに直しました, you can also say あの通り直しました。レシピの通り親子丼を作りました。レシピ通り親子丼を作りました。私がやる通りやってください。私がやった通りやってください。These are all totally fine. The meanings don't change at all. However, in some contexts, whether or not you include に can change the meaning a little bit. This is pretty advanced stuff. What I'm about to explain is a very small and subtle point, so it's not something you need to worry about too much. But, for example, it rained just as the weather forecast predicted. You can say, 天気予報の通り雨が降りました。Or, 天気予報通り雨が降りました。Right? Because it's okay to omit the に. However, when you add に and say, 天気予報の通りに雨が降りました. Now it carries a different nuance. The meaning changes a little bit. Or I guess the focus changes a little bit. 天気予報の通り雨が降りました. It's just the forecast predicted rain, and it did rain. That's it. This is more commonly used. But 天気予報の通りに雨が降りました。It's like how it rained was exactly as the forecast predicted. So it's like it rained in the way the forecast predicted. 通りに explains how the action was performed. Like when the forecast said it would drizzle, and it did drizzle. Or when it said it would rain only in the morning, and it did rain only in the morning. Or when it said it would rain only in Tokyo, and it did rain only in Tokyo. In those situations, 天気予報の通りに雨が降りました sounds very natural. So this one just focuses on whether it rained or not. But this one focuses on how it rained. And this ni can be omitted too. Even when your focus is on how it rained, you can still omit ni. But what you don't want to do is add ni when your focus is on whether it rained or not. That can sound a little off. So I guess if you're not sure if you should use ni or not, it's generally safer to leave it out because it works in both situations. By the way, in all these sentences we made earlier, all of these ni sound natural because they all explain how the action was performed. But it's also okay to omit them. Alright, let's look at more examples. If someone asks you, 今日の晩ご飯何? What's for dinner tonight? To say, I made yakisoba as always. It'd be, いつも通り焼きそばを作ったよ。いつも通り焼きそばを作ったよ。Here, I would not add ni, because I'm not talking about how I made yakisoba here. But if they ask something like, あれ、いつもより美味しいね。レシピ変えた? Wow, this tastes better than usual. Did you change the recipe? To say, no, I made it the same way as always. It'd be, いつも通りに作ったよ。いつも通りに作ったよ。This ni sounds very natural, because it explains how you made the yakisoba. However, again, it's also okay to omit it. How would you say he was late as I expected? And the presentation went as I expected. 彼は思った通り遅刻してきた. Here, I would not add ni, because I'm not talking about how he was late. 発表は思った通りに言った. 発表は思った通りに言った. Here, ni sounds very natural because you're talking about how it went. But again, omitting ni is also totally fine. Alright, that's all for today. 今日は以上です。今日も皆さん僕のビデオを見てくれて本当にありがとうございます。これからもビデオを頑張って作るので皆さんぜひ見てください。いつも本当にありがとうございます。じゃあまた次のビデオで会いましょう。じゃあまたね。バイバイ。